With this year's Summer of Arcade lineup now coming to a close, what better way to celebrate than by reviewing a game from last year's Summer of Arcade lineup? I must admit, when I first saw Castle Crashers in action, I assumed it was just going to be a generic and boring button masher. Boy, how wrong I was. Visually, this game is superb. Dan Paladin & Co. have done a great job of creating a stylized, bright and charming game, where everything, from the littlest background detail to the hugest boss battle, looks gorgeous. The audio in Castle Crashers, while not on a par with the graphics, is still of a high calibre, with catchy tunes that complement the gameplay. The plot in Castle Crashers is fairly simple. An evil wizard has come along and stolen the king's crystal and his 4 princesses, and you, as one of the king's knights, must go out there and try to save them. This involves fighting wave after wave of baddies and bosses through the castle grounds, forests, rivers, volcanoes, deserts, oceans, and various other fortifications before you can save the day. The gameplay in Castle Crashers is also very simple. As you fight through wave after wave of bad guys, learning their various strengths and weaknesses, you will gain experience. When you level up, you'll be able to put stat points into various attributes like offense, defense, magic, and agility. This can earn you some nifty new abilities like the magic jump, useful for dispensing of crowds of enemies. Also on your journey, you'll find new and more powerful weapons from the enemies you defeat, and animal orbs, which give you various enhancements, be it looking for various hidden treasures, or knocking enemies down. By the time you've unlocked all the characters, weapons, and animal orbs, you will have an expansive set of things to use, each of them changing the way the game plays. Another thing that hugely changes the gameplay is the co-op. Simply sublime. When you have 3 friends around playing this, it's an utter riot. The increased number of enemies and the tougher bosses will fly by as you proceed to laugh your way through the whole experience. However, the other multiplayer modes, All You Can Co-op and Arena, are quite dull in comparison. The Arena simply comes down to a question of who has the strongest character, as they will always dominate anyone who is even slightly weaker, and All You Can Co-op is just hammering various buttons as fast as you can for a few minutes in a row. By the end of it, your fingers ache and it's just not been fun at all. There are also 2 DLC packs for the game, however neither of them are really standout. Both of them just offer chances to play as some of the game's iconic characters, like the King or the Necromancer. But overall, despite the niggling little flaws, and the fact that the main game is only 5 to 6 hours long, this game is well worth the money. It's charming, fun, quirky, has tons of replayability, and quite frankly, is one of the best titles on Xbox Live Arcade to date.